Yo, Knicks Real Talk. Let's get it.
Time for Divine Shot, KJ events. This real talk's the brand. You understand how we do, my man. I'm on that Friday night Nick shit, dripping in Nick shit. Up in the world most famous arena with a click. That's the conglomerate. The Knicks Real Talk, we real prominent. I'm a bit like the Omicron variants, I'm dominant. Paying homage to the cats in the chat. That's where it's at. Cause I'm hearing that. You don't care for hyperbole, we straight facts. We interact with the mob, the gods. Up in the pod, the squad, the side. The entourage be on the job. My energy, 50 tipping and 10 boots. As they cook my game plan, and my brand for loot and pursuit. Going hard like the New York City gritty committee. Cause that the Knicks we ain't always pretty, but we all stay giddy. But we embrace the fan base like the late Anthony Mace. We drink the logo when there's space that appear like square space. Staring down on the Chase Bridge, look at that Knicks City drip. And City Jackson's on the court, looking pretty legit. I say true to the orange and blue. I thought you knew for him a few bars to shine like Star Divine on Mount Mars. Knicks Real Talk. Here we go, let's go.
Knicks Real Talk right here, I'm representing
Knicks Real Talk.
right here. Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
We here in the building.
Knicks Real Talk.
Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
Yeah, for real. Yes, sir.
Knicks Real Talk.
We here.
Here we go,
in the
let's go.
building. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah, for real. Yes, sir.
Let's get it.
Salute. What's going on? What's good? Knicks Real Talk. Let's get it. Divine Shot Powers. We in the building. Knicks pregame tonight, man. Knicks at Indiana Pacers, man. Trying to go there, win 2 against them this year. Going to be tough. But first and foremost, let me bring in my partner in crime that we get into all that. Shot Powers, what's good, brother?
Salute to you, Divine. Salute to the chat. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We here, man. Yo, salute everybody, man. On this nice, kind of mellow Tuesday. We here just doing it, man. Wednesday. Pardon me. We here just about to get into it, man. Me and my partner in crime. We're gonna break down this Knicks pregame content against Indiana Pacers and all that stuff, man. So I'm looking forward to the night. Then after us, they go to the real show. They go and see the Knicks go in Indiana. Who's looking to bounce back off of us beating them Shot Powers? We gave them a little bit of the business in Madison Square Garden, 131 to 114. So they in Indiana home looking to try to make good of what we did to them at the Garden last week.
Well, it was a good game the other night, and they're going to come out better prepared tonight. You may see some different lineups from them as well, but I think tonight, instead of playing like we did the first game against them, playing more of the ISO ball, I think you'll see more of a hot potato tonight. I think the ball will be moved around a little bit more. We've been pretty well with the assists. So I think the ball will get around a little bit more. I think you'll see a little different way of playing from Jalen Brunson tonight. And I think RJ or Randall's going to have a big night tonight. So let's get it.
Yeah, real talk was interesting, man. This is the third game of preseason. So they're a little bit more in tune now. Each game you get a little bit more in sync. You get a little more in tune. So I think you're going to see better basketball overall. But I'm really excited about it, man. If they can win this thing, man. Because it was in the Eastern Conference, which is funny. We get into this later. The only 2 undefeated teams in the Eastern Conference right now in the preseason, the Knicks and the Sixers. Everybody else lost the game. So Knicks right now holding it down, man. They're playing some pretty good preseason basketball. So we're gonna get into all that and just get it all in here, man. I'm excited to be in here with the crew, man. Salute to the chat. That's where it's at. Robert, JJ, Cash Out. Fabian, man, salute to y'all wherever you're streaming from. Salute to y'all guys out there, ladies and gents out there. Knicks Real Talk. Let's get it. We even build the mind of Shot Powers, man. Get ready to get into this pregame talk, man. And so just to let y'all know what we got on tap. We're gonna get to show you what's on tap today for the Knicks Real Talk show. Then we get back at it, man. This is what's going on. Yeah, we back, man. So that's what's going on tonight, man. That's what's on tap for the night, man. We're gonna get into the starting lineup, injury report, keys to the game, key matchups, keys to a victory, and everything, man. And anything else after that, man. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. We ready to get in here and get this thing popping. I'm looking for the Knicks to come out here and have a pretty decent game tonight, pick up where they left off. I'm at Friday over there at the Garden. Like I said, it's a different thing now. They're on the road. They're playing in a hostile environment. So, they might not have the crowd motivation behind them and everything, but I still expect this team to come out and play some good basketball tonight. So overall, I'm just looking for a real good performance. They put one more game under the belt and preseason to hone in on your craft and get a little bit better, get the team a little bit more comfortable playing together and things of that nature. I'm also looking to see what these young guys like Cam Reddish, going to do while he got an opportunity. Grimes up, but McBride, Sims. Them guys got a really good chance to go out there and let Tibbs know that, they still here. So it's going to be fun to watch, Shop. I'm really looking for that matchup tonight against some guys.
Yeah, I mean, I believe that everybody's going to play a different style of game tonight. I think, since we played them before, we kind of know somewhat what their tendencies was the last game. So we should be able to capitalize a little bit on some of the plays that we did last time. We got to run the pace. The pace is the biggest thing about how we won that game the last time. We pushed pace. We started off slow, but we picked it up in the second quarter. We pushed some pace, and we ran the ball. We started going individual. We start going one-on-one and making moves to the basket and guys hit their shots. If we continue to do stuff like this, get out with a little bit of lead and stuff like that, I'll say it again. A lot of the players that we chant about and want to see out there on the court will get a little bit of time on the court. It may not be as much as we want, but we will see them a little bit more than not seeing them at all.
Yeah, right. Real talk. At this point, that's why I'm hoping they can get out there and duplicate what they did on Friday. They get a good blowout there. They can let them cats get in and sit down and chill and rest, not risking injury to starters and all the guy that's in the rotation, and let them other guys get out there and just eat. So just hoping that they can get out to a quick start and hopefully they can put these cats underwater for a minute and let them cats come in there. Tibbs can sit them other guys down, who especially the ones making all that money, so you have to risk no injury. So let's hope that they get it popping. Salute to my man Sharon. Sharon, what's good, brother? Salute to you. Real talk. But let's hope that the starting unit can really go out there and accelerate the game off the top, get a good lead, and then just let Tibbs say, okay, when I put the second unit in, let them get the majority of the minutes, because we do got a comfortable lead. But it really is all about that everybody finally getting that cohesion, getting that chemistry to be able to play together. Jalen Brunson still learning how his guys play in a game against competition. So hopefully guys like Jalen Brunson, Randall Art, they keep working on what they do, because they're going to be the brunt of the minutes in the beginning. For the season, them your main three starters with Mitchell Robinson. So obviously they're going to need a lot of time to get together and gel. So maybe tonight, coming out the gate, for the next couple of preseason games, they go out there and just continue to master their craft and be able to play together. And hopefully this thing gel the way it needs to.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, man, if we could get off to a good start, run some pace, get some easy baskets. We've been playing pretty well with our fast break points. I think last game it was around 17 points or something like that. That's pretty good. 17 points and basket that makes the team easier, give people a little chance to relax and set up on defense as they come back down the court. It's a great start to the season. So let's see if these guys will get out there. I'm a little bummed out about the injury report still about Grimes, and it's a little worrisome to me. I seen him, playing in the game in Colombia. I seen a couple of skits of him playing out there, and he looked pretty okay. He looked like he was making some moves, going to the basket, doing some things like that. But maybe he re-injured the foot again. Maybe it got sore on him again, and that's really unfortunate for him to play tonight, which I thought he would. But it's another chance for someone to step up and play some big basketball tonight. Tonight is another night to see what Cam Reddish can do tonight in that second unit, and I starting to see him working in that second unit a lot. If he can stay healthy, play some defense, him, Obi, IQ, and iHeart and D Rose, that's an exciting crew on that second unit.
Yeah, real tough. It's interesting too, because I'm glad that you brought up Cam Reddish, because even right now the Knicks decided not to extend him yet. You know what I mean? they had the opportunity to do it within October or whatever the case may be. But I think they was reluctant, so they decided maybe not to do it yet. I don't know if they're going to wait to see how the season go with him. Just like RJ got his early in the year around this time, RJ they had to extend RJ at this time too. But as I'm not recalling, just hearing some information out there in the stratosphere, in the atmosphere anyway, they have not decided to extend Cam Reddish. So this is why this is a big year for him. You know what I mean? And that's why I'm just bringing that up to say that because the way you just brought it into the preseason. This is a big preseason for him. You know what I mean? That's why, because he's looking to get a bag of money. You know what I mean? And we, a la Kevin Knox, you know what I mean? They didn't sign him. I'm not saying he's like Knox. I'm just saying the same situation. They decided not to extend Knox, just let him play out the whole year, and then and they let him walk. I don't think they would do that, Cam Reddish, because he's too talented. I think about a trading deadline, if he's not what the Knicks probably need him to be, then he probably get dealt. I would literally say that. You know what I mean? You don't think they're going to see that. So let's see if that would have transpired. But, hopefully I say that into the game tonight. This preseason game is huge for him. And these next couple of games, especially with Quentin Grimes being down. When accidents happen, obviously accidents happen. And Cam Reddish stepped on a referee foot. You can't do nothing about that. That just happened. That's
freak accident, man. Like when he fell to block that shot and he just came down wrong. Freak accident, man. When he when he hurt his foot, not the last time on the rest foot, but before he came into the Knicks. He had tweaked his foot. Another one that was like a freak accident, man. So maybe he could just get out of this, maybe he can get out of this growing up, growing in the NBA, getting a little bigger, a little stronger. Maybe the bigger body can help him, absorb a little bit more of these nicks and bruises and stuff like that. Salute Tony Crow on that one, nicks and bruises, and make sure that he can make a pathway for himself to get some steady minutes on this Knicks team, and maybe at the end of the year or maybe trading deadline, they could if he plays well, maybe there might be an opportunity to move him, or hopefully at the end of the year we can sign him to a small time salary. We'll have a couple of people coming off the books.
True. Yeah, pardon me for that, man. I apologize for that unfortunate error. Thank you, Ghetto. And look, I did realize I'm not living in last year where I was saying that the Knicks had just let Kevin Knox play it out. They did trade Kevin Knox obviously for Cam Reddish in that.
With a first round pick.
That information right there. Thank you, Ghetto, and for reassuring that, man. But yeah, man, that's where it's at. And I think this is a big off season for this cat, man. He got to get it. You know what I mean? Travel Vibe, my man. Salute. Travel Vibe in the building. Salute to the chat. That's where it's at. But so looking at tonight's game, I'm hoping that they might go with Evan Fournier at the 2, and so Cam Reddish do get to come in there and play the backup with RJ, and obviously quickly probably back up Fournier if they start Fournier tonight. You know what I mean? So Cam Reddish still got an opportunity to get some real important minutes, and I do like the way he played with Obi Toppin and quickly. I do like that with Hartenstein. So I'm really interested to see how that's going to work out tonight. If they give Derrick Rose the second unit start backup minutes at the 1, quickly Cam Reddish, Obi Toppin and Hartenstein. I still like that mix right there because I think you got some good balance there. You got somebody like quickly who shoot the 3 ball, starting to shoot it better. He can shoot it. D Rose been shooting pretty good the last 3 or 4 years from the 3-point line. And Obi looked like if he continue to do what he's doing, he's going to get better at shooting from the 3. And Cam Reddish can knock him down, around a 35-36%. So, and Hartenstein can even knock him down. So I do like that situation in the second unit tonight. That's the way it pan out because you got a lot of good consistent 3-point shooters in there. You got quickly who can get to the paint. D Rose who can get to the paint. Obviously, Cam Reddish could put the ball on the floor and get maybe Obi not so much he can, but that's not his strong suit. His transition, getting better at the 3, and he can gradually put the ball off a head fake and go down there and do what he do. But so I like Cam Reddish even being able to be in there. So tonight, against Indiana, they defense is not stout. You know what I mean? Sharp Howard. I don't think Duarte can mess with Cam Reddish at the 3. Because at the 2, when he back up, I meant to say, excuse me, whoever they back up 3, that's what I'm trying to say. Whoever they back up 3 is, I don't think they're going to be able to handle Cam Reddish like that. So we'll see how it goes. I think, but it's a good opportunity. I just want to bring Cam Reddish up. I think this is real important for him, man. Not that because he didn't get signed that extension, which was due around this time right here before the season started. We got to see what the Knicks going to do with him.
Yeah, I mean that second unit with Cam Reddish on the floor is a very exciting group. You got two guys that could pass the ball in D Rose and IQ. You got two linky guys at the 3 and the 4 with Obi Toppin and Cam Reddish that can slash, look for the alley oop, or possibly shoot a open or contested jump shot. And then you got iHeart down there that can do a couple of things. He can shoot. He can play in the middle. He can grab some rebounds. So the more time iHeart gets with this second unit, I think the better he'd be. The last game, he wasn't as effective as he was the first game. We didn't see him hit as many shots as he did the 3-point shot and stuff like that. And if he doesn't work out in the first 2 or 3 minutes, we also got Jericho Sims in the back to bring him in to get some quality minutes as well. So we're pretty stacked at that 3 position. So it allows us to play big men, and we got 18 fouls between those 3 guys. So I like that second unit. Cam Reddish, Obi Toppin, Derrick Rose, IQ, and iHeart. That's a very efficient, quick, young crew that can really move a lightweight crew, because Derrick Rose is 190 something pounds now, so he's playing like he's 23 again.
Right. Yeah, for tonight, for me, with the matchups going on tonight, obviously they start a lineup. You got Duarte at the small forward, Jalen Smith at the power forward, obviously Miles Turner at the center. Then you got Buddy Hield at the 2 with Halliburton. So if you look at, they start a lineup and the Knicks start a lineup, obviously Jalen Brunson and Halliburton, that's going to be interesting to watch tonight. Evan Fournier and Buddy Hield, 2 3-point shooters.
That's going to be interesting.
That's going to be an interesting matchup as well, because Buddy Hield can knock him down with the best of them. And let's see what Fournier going to do coming off the first one game he didn't play, coming off of fever. Let's see how his energy going to be tonight on the offensive defense. Then obviously you got RJ and Duarte, which I think that's no match for Duarte on the defense, and he can't do nothing with RJ Barrett there, because he's not strong enough to even deal with RJ Barrett. Duarte's a nice 3-point shooter, but he don't got nothing for RJ on the defense side. I think RJ eat him up all day. That's what the Knicks did in the Garden the past night. With Randall and them. After that first quarter, they said, "You know what? We're gonna run up and push the pace and play bully ball." And that's what they did. And I expect the same thing tonight. I don't Jalen Smith. I love Jalen Smith coming out of Maryland. I think that young boy gonna be nice, but he's not. He don't have nothing for Julius Randle though. So, and Miles Turner and Mitchell Robinson. That's Mitchell Robinson did what he had to do in the first game of the season. I like what I seen from Mitch, and so I think with the starting lineup, for player for player, I think the Knicks the Knicks team is just better than that team. Let me put it like that. I ain't no other way to say it. They ain't beating the New York Knicks, not like that, because I just think that we pretty much got a skilled unit out there from all perspectives. We're a pretty deep team.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, man, I think it's going to be. I'm hoping for some of the same occurrences that happened the last game. I'm hoping to see the guys grab the rebound, outlet the pass to one of the wings, and push the pace. The main focus for the New York Knicks this year, I believe, is about pace. And if they can continue to get 15, 17, 20 points in fast break points, they're going to be a good team this year. And we got the guys that can do it. We got the Obi Toppins, we got the Cam Reddishes, we got the the IQs. We got these guys that can push the ball and also make the pass. So let's see what we can do. And I'm just waiting to see how iHeart really, like I said, works with these guys are here. So once we do decide that we want to work in the half court game, see how iHeart can come to the top of the key and orchestrate and pull the big man out of the lane. And this way, as they say, he's a good passer. I just can't wait to see him pull himself out and watch Obi Toppin or Cam Reddish roll to the basket and hit him with a okie doke.
Hey, and let me ask you a question. Obi Toppin, I was impressed with what I seen the other night, bro. It's nothing new to me. I seen him do it last year, and when the second half of the season came along, Obi Toppin still really started getting comfortable and and getting more confidence within himself. Like I said, coming out of Dayton, being a number one guy, to come into New York and being a the 6th, 7th, 8th guy, but it seems like he's working his way into being that 6th guy, that 5th guy. I mean, he really put on a display last game, man. 24, he was killing it, man. So I'm really excited to see what he's gonna do tonight. He's another guy that gonna really take advantage, hopefully take advantage of this opportunity because he's due for another contract in a minute in next year, some of that nature. So that's a big year for Obi Toppin as well. So what I love about what this guy going through right now, it's a big year for him. And he's showing, proving that he wanted to be able to be with the Knicks and from Brooklyn here home, and want to stay here. So I was happy what I seen with him the other night. When they beat the Pacers, I'm hoping he can replicate the same thing tonight.
Yeah, one of the biggest things for Obi Toppin is and this may sound funny, but if one of the biggest things for Obi Toppin is the starting unit starts quick. Either they start quick or they implement Obi Toppin in early. You know what I mean? So if the starting unit is winning, Obi comes in a little bit earlier. If the starting unit is losing a little bit, there's a chance that Obi Toppin comes in a little bit earlier. So in order for Obi Toppin to make the minutes that he needs to do, he has to rely on the first unit and also play his game with a lot of transition. He has to be that type of guy when he gets the ball quick. In 3-5 minutes, he's already got 6-7 points, 5-6-7 points. He has to get the ball, get out on these breaks. Don't worry. I want him to rebound. Yes, I do want him to rebound. But if we got Cam Reddish down there, if we got iHeart down there, if we got IQ down there, the guys that could rebound and they could get the ball out to him, I'm not so opposed to him breaking out instead of staying back to rebound. You know what I mean? For him to stay back to rebound, that means we're going to walk the ball up or bring the ball up into a half-court game. With him not being there, with IQ down there, iHeart, these guys can rebound the ball, get the ball, grab the rebound, push the ball out. Obi Toppin is excellent at fast break points. He gets out on the wing, and you're not going to catch him. And he's good for 8 to 10 points a night easily.
Yes, indeed. And that's something that we harped on, and we talked about that going into the off season, coming into the off season in the summer. We was like, Obi Toppin alone gets you 8 points, like you say, shot power, just off of fast breaks. That's a high percentage shooting. You know what I mean? And I think sometimes we got to remember that he get high percentage shots. He was second on a team in field goal percentage last year because of the type of shots he made. Mm-hmm. Mitchell Robinson was number one around 69, 70, whatever. Obi Toppin was 53% from the floor last year for the Knicks. And everybody else shot 40%, 39, 40, 41. Obi Toppin was at 53. Why? Because he dunks the ball, he drives the ball. Then no matter which way you shoot the ball, it's still 2 points. You know what I mean? So you want that percentage to be there, and that's why I don't like we always say we like what Mitchell Robinson do because he gets you high percentage shots. The dunk is one of the most high percentage shots you can get in basketball. So but I do like with the chance that because he gets to get out there and run and do the thing he do, he make it easy to get easy buckets. I mean, his defense is starting to get a little better. He worked on a lot of things this offseason. I've seen it, so hopefully it keeps translating to the game, which it did the other night. And hopefully tonight in that game, he can just replicate some of what he did. And just keep prospering and keep just elevating yourself. And next thing you know, the Knicks might say, you know what, Obi might accept a certain type of contract. He was the 8th pick, so he ain't got to give him no max or nothing like that. Even if listen, you bring him back on a fairly good deal like you did Mitchell Robinson. You know what I mean, shot powers, and maybe lock him up and let him know that we believe as you go on, you're going to help this team out. That's what it's all about. That's what makes Knicks have one of the best benches in the league to me because guys like quickly Obi Toppin, Derrick Rose, they know how to get up and down the court and get easy buckets of transition and pace. We were number one, we were last in the league last year in pace. So if Obi Toppin going to help us increase the pace with Derrick Rose or Obi Toppin and quickly and all them, then I think hopefully that's where he keeps his maturation going.
Yeah, I mean. I just like the way he pushes. I like the way he moves the ball, and I hear a lot of people talk about him not rebounding, and he gets a couple of rebounds. What I do appreciate is he's getting better with the block shots. He's playing a little bit more better defense. He's not going for that first up fake like he used to do last year. He's staying on the ground. He's moving his feet. And he knows that, it's not many people that's going to shoot really over him because how high he really jumps. So, in that essence, I don't mind as much. I wish he could rebound the ball a little bit more, but if he can substitute his rebounding for 2 or 3 block shots, maybe 2 rebounds, but he makes 12 points on fast point breakouts. I'm 100% with that. I'm 100% with that. If he lessens his rebounding, make a couple more blocks, maybe a couple more steals, to adequate away from the rebounds that he's not making. If he can get the steals, the block shots, and get out on the break and push that pace, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, real talk. Yo, salute to the chat, man. Salute to Sherwin. Keith Turner, my man. Keith to Kevin, salute. Keep
Yes,
Travel
sir.
Five, salute to the chat. Salute to everybody where we streaming in from, man. We appreciate y'all getting up in here. Knicks Real Talk. Let's get it. Divine and Sharp Power. Man, we hit Knicks pregame. Let's get it, man. But yeah, so he's one of them guys tonight. I'm looking to really see go out there and continue doing what he did the other night. He had a good game the other night, man. No matter what you say, he had a good game. He was using all aspects of his game. 4 for 7 for deep. You know what I mean? Shot Powers, fat transition buckets, a couple of post moves in the lane, and you want him to do good. Listen, I want every Knick player to be good. The better they are, the better we are. You know what I mean? And and I hope Obi Toppin and Cam Reddish and all these guys keep just working. I mean, keep working on your craft, getting better. So when the season gets deep into the season, you cats gonna contribute to us trying to get to where we gotta go. You know what I mean? So I'm really hoping that this guy he keep doing what he's doing. Because last year, coming out the end of the season, it wasn't against no scrub. Neither Obi Toppin was playing some good basketball for the Knicks last year. After the All-Star break, they were playing good basketball. Him quickly, even Fournier had a good second half of the season. You just want these guys to continue to get better and keep elevating their game. Because whether he a Knick or he not a Knick, you still want them to do well. Once a Knick, always a Knick. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking that these guys. I'm hoping him and Cam Reddish. Like I said, we said prior to this stream, this season, with Obi Toppin, Grimes, Reddish, and quickly, if them cats have a decent season, the Knicks is a real good team. If them cats have a decent season and do what they did last year and a little bit better, some of them, I think we're gonna be good to go. So tonight against Indiana, I want to see them young cats get out here. And we know what Jalen Brunson gonna do. We know what RJ gonna do. We know what Randall gonna do with Mitch and them. But it's really this team is really gonna be centered around how good that second unit is, and them guys that's coming out there like, we know that this team is gonna take us far that second unit can take us. I believe that. I think if our second unit come in the NBA this season and play real good, then Knicks got a good problem of be in a play, not a play in a playoff. That's depending on what these cats do. So let's hope that they bring all that energy to the game tonight. And we get to see results of that, because so far the Knicks have disappointed me. They are who I thought they were going to be. I thought these guys were going to be better than a lot of people gave them credit for. I was like, the Knicks going to be better than people give them credit for because of the cohesion, the chemistry, and Jalen Brunson. Just alone, Jalen Brunson shot power. So let's hope the Knicks get off to a good start tonight. Put these cats on their heels, and then let these cats go in there. Let Obi Toppin and quickly and McBride and all these guys just finish out the game. No need to look at Melo Ball got hurt the other night, you know what I mean, for a couple of weeks. So there's no need. That's why I want the Knicks to kind of get this thing on the wrap real early, and then you can let them young guys just go ahead and get themselves more prepared for the season in the next 5-7 days, whatever. So it should be a fun game tonight. You got to remember we beat them, so Indiana coming for some revenge. They're gonna be a little bit more giddy tonight, more focused. They had their home in front of their crowd. So, I don't expect the Knicks to beat them like they did the last game, but I expect the Knicks to beat them. So we won by 20-something that last game, or 21. Knicks got to beat them by 10 tonight.
I'm going to say this, Divine. I think they go in there and punch him in the mouth quick. You know what I mean? If you go in there, you punch him in the mouth quick. You take the crowd out of the game and stuff like that. You run your offense and you run it down their throat. I think they're just, I'm not going to say they're going to fold, but I think they're going to trip. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say they're going to fall, but I think they're going to trip. And if we could get out early on these guys, I think we could. I think this team can hold the lead. And with Brunson running the point or D Rose running the point, I think if we get the lead, we can hold the lead. Both those guys do similar styles of basketball. I mean, excuse me, we got a lot of guys that play multiple positions, and we can play different rotations. Last game we seen a 3-guard rotation with McBride, IQ and D Rose. You know, this uh we may see I Hard tonight and Mitchell Robinson play tonight. You know, with Julius Randle, Cam Reddish, and Brunson. Who knows what this team? This team has so many ways that they can put a team together to get you out on the field to see what's going to happen. I believe it's going to be a different style game. I think tonight the ball is going to be more on an offensive way. I think they're going to pass the ball a lot. I think it's going to be this game is going to be based on assists, setting screens. Mitchell Robinson. I think tonight we may see that. Mitchell Robinson and Jalen Brunson really break out tonight. I think we also may see Brunson and Julius Randle work tonight. So let's look for different things that we didn't see from the last game and hope that they can perfect it and bring it to the game and get a lead early.
Yeah, absolutely. For me, I think that Jalen Brunson and Mitchell Robinson are going to be huge this year. So I agree with you 100% on that.
Mm-hmm.
Real huge. And that's what I mean by as preseason. And these guys, like Jalen Brunson never played ball with Mitchell Robinson in his life, for what I know. You know what I mean? He never played with Randall. So these guys got to take time to come together and play basketball. They develop that cohesion, that chemistry. And I think that's what this preseason thing is doing for them. It's really not about wins and losses. We're happy that the Knicks have won both games. It's not really not about wins and losses. It's really about learning how to play with each other. You know what I mean? And learn each other's tendencies, their strengths and weaknesses. You can't do but so much of that in training camp without playing competition. But now these guys getting to play together, and I think as the season go on, they're gonna get a little bit more in tune with each other. Jalen Brunson gonna know where RJ Barrett at. Jalen Brunson gonna know where Randall at. He gonna know where to throw Mitch the ball out or where Fournier at because they're gonna get the repetition. You know what I mean? And these guys doing this without repetition. You know what I mean? So it's pretty. This was telling me that they focus. Because if you wasn't focused, this should look sloppy. You know what I mean? But it seemed like they was in training camp. They focused. So even though they haven't had a lot of repetition in a competition game against another team, but because they seem like they so focused, I mean they had a good training camp. You can see the way it's gelling, the way they doing things. Like they picked up from last year some of the guys because they kind of know what the system is. They know what Tibbs run. They know what he like to run. So it made it a little bit easy. That's why, like I said, even though it don't mean nothing about the wins and losses, but just from a win standpoint, the Knicks and the Philadelphia 76ers are the only teams in the East that's undefeated in the preseason. Two teams, the Knicks and the Sixers. Yeah, so it feels good to know that they even in that category. You know what I mean? But they just got to keep playing basketball and keep doing what they do. Tonight is a big night. If the Knicks win tonight, that means they tell me they kind of already locked in because they went undefeated last year in the preseason, didn't they?
Oh yeah. I think they won all of them last year. I think so.
So even though let's hope that they continue to elevate their game, man. But I'm looking forward to the night. I'm really looking forward to each and every one of the players taking another step from last week. You know what I mean? The first game you kind of did this. The second game you did that. Now the third game you got to do this. So it's really all about these 4 games is for the Knicks to get ready for the season, man. Let's hope that they really come out there tonight and give them cats the business again. I think it'll be a bully ball night again. I don't think that they don't have no strength to deal with the Knicks. First of all. I just don't think that the Indiana Pacers, that starting lineup, cannot handle them bully ball boys the Knicks got. Other than Fournier, between Jalen Brunson and RJ Barrett and Julius Randle, them cats can't handle them like that. I kind of see that in the first quarter. The Knicks were trying to get in sync last game, and then once they did, it was a wrap. I like them boys can't handle them because they running the ball and they can't stop RJ and Randle and them cats. They're too strong for them. So let's see how they go tonight, and they might be able to pull off that same thing.
Yeah, I'm looking forward. One thing that I was watching was the scrimmage game that they had at Columbia the other day. Is Tom Thibodeau ran the session of these guys reacting while they jump vertically up in the air without trying to cause a foul. So what they were doing was they was passing the ball around, and you had to react to where the ball was going to be, and without using your hands, jump vertically in the air to have a body in that position where the ball was coming. And I think with the guys that we have, I think they're going to work that thing out pretty well. I stay high. Excuse me. I say high on these teams tonight. I think they're going to do very well tonight. I think they're going to show us a little different offense that we didn't see in the last two games that they played. So let's see what they get out there and do. I believe Tibbs is going to come out and run some different skirmishes to them, some different things that the Pacers didn't see the last time, and it's going to elevate the team and get them out with a faster pace.
Yeah, absolutely. Facebook usually, I was preaching that all last year. Facebook really not preaching it, but talk about that last year. I could see Obi at the three. He got that much speed. I mean, shit, if LeBron James could play the three, Big D, and a lot of other people could play it, I think Obi could play it. I think he got enough skill set, and he got enough speed. You know, I mean, his footwork got better. I think he could play a couple of minutes there. I mean, it won't be like playing a four, but I definitely think he could play there. So that'd be interesting to see how Tibbs do with all this. We got a real diverse team there, man. We got a lot of combo wisdom going on. Some ones could play the two, some twos will play the three, some threes could play the four. We got some fours who could play the five, and vice versa. So what I like about this team, they got a lot of combo wisdom going on. They got guys who play multiple positions. And especially when you get into that positionless basketball situation. If the Knicks need to go small, they can go small. If they need to go pretty big, they can go pretty big. You know what I mean? So they can put some size in there. And that's good to see. And this is all without Quentin Grimes, who playing a major part in that team. Being a major part of the team defensively, 3-point shooting wise. And he's not even playing yet. So, they got a pretty good solid roster down there, man. I'm really thinking for them. I'm really hoping these guys continue doing what they're doing and keep getting better. And then when the season comes, get locked in, man, and try to fight for that playoff spot. You know what I mean? Because I really do think they can get there. I'm just looking at the overall team and having Jalen Brunson makes a big difference. For me, Shop Howard. So tonight, I just want to see him put everything on display. Keep running that pace like they've been doing. Keep rebounding. Distributing the ball. They assisted the ball real well last game. I want to see him keep moving that ball around that perimeter, and especially with Fournier. And if he start tonight, they keep moving that ball around the perimeter, and you see Fournier dead open in the corner. Boom. You know what I mean? There you go. You know what I mean? So RJ looked real good from last game. Julius Randle been putting some decent games up this without burning a lot of energy. And what can you say about Jalen Brunson? He just fit the mold. So far like that, and I think they're gonna be pretty all right.
Yeah, I mean they've been the way the team is constructed, man. The one major thing that I just like with having all these guys that have played even without Fournier, even without Grimes, they were about 43-45% field goals last game, field goal percentage last game. They were 90 something, 93, 6, 97% at the free throw line, something like that, some 90 something. They rebounded the ball about 47 to 51 rebounds a game. They look different. These are not the numbers that we've seen from them last year. From 3-point land, they're 37, I believe, 37 to 36, 37, 38% from the 3-point line this year. So they're shooting the ball a little better. They have a little bit more confidence. They know who they're playing with. They're playing together. And I think that's going to change. I think that's going to help us out. Going down the road. I mean, we have a lot of players that, like we both talked about, that are interchangeable. You could imagine seeing Obi Toppin, Julius Randle, R.J. Barrett, Cam Reddish, and Brunson on a court at one time. That could be some fast up tempo, long, linky guys, short. They could get some rebounds. There's so many ways that this team can mismatch their play. So Tibbs has a big part of how this team is going to be constructed and how this team is going to move forward.
Yeah, real talk. Just to piggyback with Nick 100. Yeah, I would love to see Tibbs really, kind of come into this era where he's shaped. What I mean is you get all them players, the 10 rotation players are fine, but mix it up a little bit. I like to see that. I really do, because Don Nelson was good at that, by the way. But like you said, he can go Reddish. I mean, he just got so many things he could do with this team.
Facts.
Oh my goodness, he got a lot of things he could do with this team, man. Wesley, my man, Wesley Robinson, salute to you, my brother. Real talk, salute to you. Salute to the chat, Sherman, Keith, Nick 100, Mets fan for life. Let's go. Salute everybody, man. We appreciate y'all, man. Y'all make sure y'all like that, subscribe, hit that button, man. Run them up with the thumbs up. It don't even cost a buck. Just get it. But I'm really psyched about this team, man. And like I said, I was psyched about last year, and I'm more psyched about this because I think this team is better. So I'm just hoping that they come tonight and just say, you know what, the last game we played against Indiana Guard, it wasn't no fluke. You know, we was locked in, and I want to really see these guys lock in tonight. And just showing that the third game in the preseason, the first one you got better, and the next one now you got even better in the third one. Then you get better in the fourth one. Then you head on into October 19th, get the Memphis Grizzlies. You know, so it just really all about just coming gelling and getting better. You know, and I think if they could do that tonight and put stomping on these cats, man, out the gate and let them cats eat for a little while. And then, and let's see what it takes from there. Because at a certain point, Shop House, if I think, from the feel of the game that I know the Knicks are going to win, then it doesn't matter if you take all the guys out. Even if you lost the game, I know that at a certain point, I really knew the Knicks would have won this game. They would have went the regular way. You know what I mean? Just went according to plan. But being that they might have said, you know what, listen, we got a 10-point lead, 15. We done seen enough out of RJ. Yeah, we done seen enough out of RJ. We done seen enough out of this guy.
Thanks.
You don't need them to play no more. Let the other guys go in there and get some work in, man. That's what it's about.
Yeah, I'm 100% with you with that one, because the better like I said, the better the starting unit plays, the easier it is for the second unit and that third unit to get some minutes. If they get out here and start really, getting to the basket, getting some baskets scored, hitting some shots, we'll be okay, man. I mean, we'll be just fine. So I'm Tibbs is the person that we have to really focus in on this year, because he is the one that's going to put this team together. I believe he has a very hard job this year to try to find minutes, to try to find Salute Cormega, to try to figure out how to orchestrate this team right now. To put them on the court, to put the best value out on the court at certain minutes of the game. So Tom Thibodeau is my biggest focus for this, and he has been doing a pretty decent job with what he has done without playing Quentin Grimes and without really having Evan Fournier playing the rotation as well. So let's see what he can really do. Let's see how he really gets out here, and let's see what team he puts out on the floor tonight to see who starts the game.
Yeah, real talk. Because now that Evan Fournier is coming back, I really want to see what they're going to do now. You know what I mean? But obviously that's the starting. That's the starting five. I think that's nice. I want to see Evan Fournier do tonight. The first game, okay, one shot. I'm gonna leave that up to the FIBA stuff. Just getting back with the team, traveling from overseas and all that. I give them the benefit of the doubt with that. But he had a practice the other day. They had 5 days off. This would be they've been off. Knicks haven't played since October 7th. So you're talking about 4 days off. Really on 5 count till tonight. So they had a lot of stuff to go in there and do their thing. Salute to everybody who went to the open practice. I know the NBK fan was up in the building,
yes,
shot Sim and all of Queens Court. Dixon Bruce was up in the building. They know they had a good time. So they still have 4 days off in between games, plus counting the open practice. So I'm really want to see what they're gonna do with Fournier tonight, because I think they got a little bit of cohesion after the last couple of days, and that's good though. You can get 4 days off to get some work in and get some practice in. A lot of people don't get to do that sometimes, so especially when the season starts. So I think that was a good 4 days off for them. And then now, with the good two-shot powers after Washington Friday, they don't play to open the season. The regular season, I meant to say.
Yeah, 1 whole week off. Yeah,
1 week off, so they got enough time to really to try to get some more cohesion together and stuff like that. So it should be interesting to see, man. But tonight, I do got the Knicks going up in there doing what they do. I'm not too much concerned about that. I think they're going to have a good game, and let's see how that 4 days off, that they get lax, or they're going to come out the gate, have master something else in the course of these 4 games, 4 days off, and they're ready to show improvement some more.
Yeah, I just want them to get out, get the score up high, and substitute everybody. Like you said earlier, LaMelo got hurt. Someone else got hurt in the league. I can't remember. Somebody else got hurt too. And when Porzingis. Porzingis twists his ankle or something like that too in the preseason. So we don't need to go into the season with anybody really hurt, hurt from a preseason game. Let's get out there, push the pace, grab some rebounds, and let's get out there and score some baskets. You know what I mean? Let's have some quality shots. Let's have some efficiency. Make quality shots. Shoot shots that are are efficient. After the ball is moved to you and you pretty much either wide open or you have a lane, a open lane, so you could drive down. So, and you can penetrate. That's the things I want to see. I just hope they can get out there early. Jet life salute. I just want us to really get out there and just push some pace. If we push some pace tonight, man, and continue to push the pace, I think this team is going to be a different team than any ESPN or TNT has talked about.
A Facebook user. That's tough, man, because I dealt with the whole dilemma real quick, man. That me and Shaw was talking about during the off season. That 2 guard spot dilemma is kind of crazy with Fournier. Let's say even you put Cam at the 3. Let's say Fournier, IQ, and Grimes. Still, the minutes are gonna have to be amazing to get these cats some real quality playing time. So we'll see. I think that's what this preseason was about for Tibbs to evaluate what's going to happen. He said they penciled in my man at the starter for now. That's why I'm disappointed. Grimes couldn't really get down this preseason. I wish he could have had an opportunity to play all the games and let Tibbs see what does it make sense for him or Fournier to start or IQ. So I still think in the next week we'll find that out. But that's a good question, Faith, for you, because we've been kind of dwelling on that the whole off season. But we'll see how it goes, man. Like I said, Tibbs got a good problem on his hand. I tell you that he got some talent. He got a deep team down there. And that 2 guard spot is the only one I thought that wasn't locked up yet. But we're gonna see how it goes. Yo, salute to the chat, Tim, King Ribby, Jeff for life, Facebook, you, Gregory Wilson. Y'all make sure y'all like and subscribe.
The coolest, my guy.
The thumbs up, man. Let's get it popping. Knicks Real Talk. Let's get it. Divine Shot Powers. Knicks preseason. Knicks in Indiana. Down in Indiana, man. So we're gonna see how it goes. So finger salute to you, my brother. If y'all cats want to get in, you're more than welcome. It is 6:15 a little, so I will. If you want to get in, I'll throw the link up for you, and you come in here with the brothers and get it popping. We back in the building, man. Knicks Real Talk. Let's get it. Man. Yes, sir. But yeah, Shop House. It's interesting, man. It's really interesting to see what they're gonna do with this thing, man. Like I said, Tibbs got a good problem on his hand, and let's see how it goes.
Yeah, the one thing he has to really work out is how to emphasize the minutes. And I'll say it once and I'll say it again. If we could get out early and catch a lead and push the team forward, everybody can get minutes. Tibbs can easily run a 9 to 10 man rotation easily. You know what I mean? So if we get out, push the pace, get this early leads and stuff like that, we can have a lot of people play some ball. We'll see a little bit more of Obi Toppin. We can see a little bit more minutes from Grimes. We may can see a little bit more minutes from Cam, and we might even get sneak somewhere in there some minutes for Deuce. You know what I mean? So if the team is out there running, we don't have to run D Rose as much like they did in this offseason. I mean, in these preseason games, 5-7 minutes, get them out there, get us 4, 6, 8 points real quick, and let Deuce coming in and wreak havoc on the defense. We could do things like that, man. There's so many things that Tibb has to do, but the main thing that has to happen is the team has to get out in front in order to for these other guys to get minutes.
Yeah, real talk. They deep, man. Let me bring on the brother Tim, man. We got another panel member coming in. We're gonna get it popping, man. Real talk, man. So salute everybody, man. Thank y'all for coming in. And what can I say? We got my man Tim in the building. Tim, what's good?
Salute to you, great on the panel, my man. Divine Shot Powers. It's great to be back on with you, great kings, man. Thank you for allowing me on your platform. Shout out to the chat. If you haven't this show, Knicks Real Talk, please, it costs you nothing. Hit that like button, hit the notification bell to let you know when these great kings is coming on, talking about the team that we love, man. You know what I'm saying? This is dope. This is what I like about this Knick universe, you know what I'm saying? When we able to just get deep into detail about the team we love, you know what I'm saying? So I'm excited, you know what I mean, being on here with you guys right now. I appreciate that, you know what I mean, let me on.
Yeah, yes, sir. What do you think about that game tonight, man? What you think about that game? Indiana coming off that game in the guard, which we pretty much gave them the business, 131 and 114. They're gonna be a little bit more. they're gonna be up for it tonight. You know what I mean? They're in their own place. They doing their thing. So Tim, they up in there. So what you think about tonight's game, man? I still think that this will come out victorious, though.
Yeah, we're gonna win this game. We're gonna win. The defense, like I said, the defense is going to help us win this game tonight. Because that's what this team is going to be based off this year is their defense. You know what I'm saying? And that's going to translate to the offense. You know what I'm saying? Which we're going to be one of the highest scoring teams in the league. Remember, Mark, what I said. But they're going to be best of both worlds. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be top 3 defense and offense. You know what I'm saying? Why not us? This is what people fail to realize. I'm excited to see what the bench going to do.
Facts.
We know what the starters could do. I want to see what the bench going to do. They the ones that's going to take us over the top tonight. I want to see Quickly get off. That's what I want to see. He ain't had that breakout preseason game yet. That got the Knicks fans talking yet. Everybody talking about RJ and Brunson and everybody else and Cam Reddish and, talking about other players. Quickly ain't getting his name noticed a lot. I noticed that. He's been a little bit under the radar. You know what I'm saying?
Fact.
So he's due for a breakout game to get us Knicks fans talking again. And that's just another piece added to the team that we got. You know what I'm saying? And he's an exciting player.
Yes, he is.
You know what I'm saying? He's one of the pieces that's exciting. Him, Obi, they bring that electricity, that fire that we need. You know what I'm saying? And I'm excited to see him bomb like 6 threes tonight.
Yeah, real talk. For me,
he due for one of those games.
Yeah, real talk. Hey, Shy Powers, check. If the Knicks defense like play better than last year and their pace go up, this team is good. I mean, like they won 37 last year with a I would say not a refined tip defense and the way they shot from all aspects of the game. Now this year they coming in with a better defense, a better point guard. I can't see nothing but Knicks being better than last year, man.
I'm just gonna say this, man. If we play better defense this year, it's no question that you could actually sit here and say that we're not going to be a better team than we were last year. I banged it in the head about being last year, us with all the things that we had going wrong with us last year, and still winning 37 games last year, 5 games away being a 500 team last year. So I'm going to say it again, man. I no question for me with a better defense, the way they rebounding the ball, where you see Mitchell Robinson boxing out these certain guys down here, how everybody hands are more active and stuff like that. But I'm going to be low. I'm saying this to be low. 5 more wins, 42 wins this year. If we continue with the pace, grabbing rebounds and continue hitting free throws at a high clip, we're closer to a 47 team. We're closer to a 47 win team this year. So it's all about defense with this team, man. Defense and pushing that pace. That was one of the things that was up in the training camp. The first thing, if I'm not mistaken, was pace. We push pace, we win games. Salute to Chef NYC. Salute to Kevin Middleton. East Blue Drew. Salute.
Salute, yeah. Salute to the chat, man. That's where it's at, man. Salute to everybody in there. Salute to everybody you streaming them from, man. Knicks Real Talk. Let's get it in the building. Divine Shop Howard. Got my man Tim in the building with us. We got the chat. That's where it's at. You know what I mean? So we talking, man. But yeah, for me, like I said, I know I'm optimistic, but I'm trying to be. I'm not trying. I'm always making an effort to be optimistic with facts. You know what I mean? Not being a homer, not being because I'm just a fan, but I also looked at all the variables why I think this team got a chance to be a pretty good team. And you just got to look at what everything that's involved with it. And I just think that they're a better team than last year, better point guard, better bench, deeper bench, more healthier. They all around, and Knicks got a lot of things that they got going for them right now. That don't mean nothing to the regular season come. You put it all on the floor, and then you see how it's going to pop. But at least from what I see right now, it looks like going to be an exciting team. I just think I think Jalen Brunson, Tim, and Shop Howard, I think the Jalen Brunson acquisition was huge. I think that was massive. I mean, sometimes you can go get a superstar to a team. He's not a superstar, but he helps our team. He's almost like a superstar in the sense that what he means to our team, put it like that. He just makes this team ultimately better. hands down. You know, like I said, this ain't Alice Burke, Kemba Walker, Deuce McBride. This is Jalen Brunson. So I think with him coming there and these guys healthy, Tim, I think the Knicks is pretty much going to be a pretty decent team. I had 45 wins. Hopefully that I don't have to, crow sweet baby Rays at the end of the season. But, as of right now, I think that's where they at, though.
Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it all the way real, because this is Knicks Real Talk, right? Let's keep it all real. Now, we're not going to talk about last year. Let's talk about the year before last, right? Who thought that we was going to win 45 games in the lockout season? I don't care if it was the lockout season. I don't care if there was no fans in the arena.
I don't want to hear none of that.
I don't want to hear about none of that. There was superstars on all the teams, on teams that had their superstars, right? And they had their bench. Let's keep it real, right? We still end up beating teams, smacking teams, right? And we got into fourth place. Fourth place. It wasn't given to us. We went out there and we balled and we took our respect. Let's keep it 100. I hear all these podcast people talking about, let's be realistic. The Knicks, who with this team, we don't know. They might be a 39 win team and 41 the most. And let's go back. We took our respect. I said we're going to win 50 games this year. All right, and I'm doing the math. We won 45 the year before last. 41. This team is way better than that team we had that year. Way better. And look, each player on that team is a year better. Let's keep it real.
Facts.
It's more experience in a year better. So who to say that? And who to say that the team that got better, right? On the other teams, right? Who to say that they bench is going to step up and help their stars? Let's keep it real. Who's to say that? Look at our team. We deep on so many. We deep at every position. Our whole team. We deep at every position. There's no team that deep like the Knicks right now. We might not got the stars, but I'm talking about the depth that we got. The depth.
Facts.
All they got, that's what chemistry. That's what continuing to practice and play team ball. Chemistry locking in on the defense. Who to say that we can win 50 games? Who to say that? I'm not going to sit there and be capping on this podcast. We ain't doing that. We speaking facts. This team is way better. Brunson is way better than Alfred Payton. Let's keep it on.
Way better.
Way better. We don't know what Harkinson going to look like than Nerlens Noel yet. You know what I'm saying? But he's a better shooter. Clearly, he's showing us something. You know what I'm saying? Nerlens had a little bit of offensive game. He was doing blocking shots and all that. But Harkins, this dude is bringing us a different dimension at the center back in the Mitch. Then we got Sims. All our players is a year better. This is what people fail to realize, that, okay, the Knicks is going to be a 41 win team this year. 39. I'm just hearing a lot of negative talk about these Knicks like we can win 50 games. 48 to 50 games. Why not us?
Yeah, real talk.
Who to say that the other team that we got to play against is going, their bench is going to outplay our team? Who's to say that?
Yeah.
If we lock in on their superstars, right, defensively, now your bench got to beat us. Your other players got to beat us. Let's keep it 100.
Salute to KJ Vince. What's good, my guy? What is good?
Yo, what my brother? You know that man.
I just had to share that with y'all real quick, man.
Oh yeah, Tim, you ain't lied about that though. I feel you right where you coming from, man. Because a lot of things, like I stay optimistic, and I don't want to go as like I did last year. I don't want to follow the suit what I did last year, because I thought the team last year was a good team. We fell short because of the guys didn't come back like a Noel. We had D Rose go out. We couldn't hit any free throws last year, and we still mastered 37 wins. You know what I mean? And we didn't make it to the playoffs. You're right, and we didn't do a lot of things. But with all the struggles that we had last year, if you think that what is the name that you call them, Devon? Six pack. These guys came in shape this year. These guys got a chip on their shoulder, and I believe every last one of these guys want to win. So with those things put into a pot and you stir that thing up and you start tasting it, it's starting to taste sweet to me. I don't know.
Yeah. You know what it is? And I agree with you. I couldn't say that better myself, real talk. But here's one thing I got to say about the Knicks. You know, like I said, people don't understand what losing Derrick Rose and Nerlens Noel and had to move Alex Burks to that last year.
Facts.
Dude, you lost almost, let's see, Derrick Rose 13, 14 a game, and Alex Burks 12, 13 a game in the second year. That was 26 points.
He was one of the main reasons why we won 45 games the year before last.
41.
He was one of the main pieces. Let's keep it 100. This is Knicks Real Talk, right? We're going to keep it real on here.
Yeah, yes, sir. And that's what it's about. So I'm optimistic about the way this thing going. Like I said, every team in the East got good, but we got good too. People can't say. I always hear people say the East got better. Dude, we got better too. It's not like the East got better, we didn't get better. The East got better, we got better too. You know what I mean? So that means if that we back up where we was with them last year. They got better, we got better. So everybody still on that same keel. And like I said, a lot of these teams last year, they did their thing, but I just think that this team the Knicks have is better than last year. And so I don't. It doesn't matter to me who picked up what in the East. When it comes down to it's a team sport. You might have the best starting five in the league, but I think the Knicks got one of the better teams in the league. And I cannot say enough. We got a deep team. I don't care if you got KD and Kyrie or Ben Simmons, but what about the five guys?
That's your second team.
Second unit, right?
I don't care if you got Jimmy Butler and you got Kyle Lowry and Bam Adebayo. Who comes in after them?
That's what I was saying.
And that's what makes Knicks a better team than a lot of people give them credit for, because they are deep. Knicks can interchange with anybody. They can throw RD at the 2, this guy at the 3, this guy at the 4, this guy at the 5, this at the 1. They so interchangeable that it's kind of scary, because Tim can throw out whatever he want to throw out there. If you go against a big team, he literally could throw Hartenstein at the 4 just for that couple of plays. You know what I mean? Or whatever. So if you want to go small, like Shaw Power said, Cam Reddish, RJ, Randall, Brunson, and Obi. If you had to go small for to keep up with pace for a minute. They just got a lot of stuff going on, and I like what they got here. Last year, old Kemba Walker, a semi-elder Evan Fournier, a semi-elder Alex Burks, and these guys was a little bit older, and they don't move with the pace that these guys got now. They got a lot of cats they got thoroughbreds in New York right now. And that's why I think that now, what Shaw Powell's always said, the pace. Look what they're doing. The numbers don't lie. They scored 117 in one of the games. They scored 131 in the next one. I know it's preseason, but I think they're going to get a lot of that, because I think they're a pretty deep team. And like I said, it is some good teams out there, but it's not only that they deep, they know how to play defense. And the Knicks play defense this year, they're going to beat a lot of teams because they got better offensively, and their defense is still intact. So I think they got a good chance to win some games that people may not think they can win this year. I think the Knicks will win some really good games this year. And I'm not saying that I got them at 45, and I'm going to stick to my gun. And I'll do that just because, like I said, I'm being fair, because you don't know what happens in the course of a season in the NBA. You know what I mean? A lot of them teams like Charlotte, Orlando, they coming up, but they ain't the Knicks. Ain't none of them cats the Knicks. I don't care what y'all say about Detroit and Orlando and all these guys' talent. They got talent, but they ain't the Knicks. You name a person on Orlando that's better than Julius Randle. Name a person on Orlando that's better than R.J. Barrett. Name a player on Orlando and all these other lower echelon teams that's better than Jalen Brunson. They got some guys who want to come up, but they ain't better than the cats we got. I think the Knicks is pretty good, shot power to Tim. So we just got to see when they throw the ball up. We see how it goes. But I'm optimistic, man. I think this team is good. I really do.
Yo, Devon and Shaw Power, let me tell you something. This team ain't scared of no team.
Facts.
They not scared of nobody. I'm telling you, RJ got a point to prove to the league. Y'all wanted to trade me for Donovan Mitchell. I stayed here and took the home discount. You don't think he ain't been an all-star yet? You don't think he got a point to prove to the league? He said it. He gonna shock the world. He said it out of his own mouth. So if you don't think I'm gonna listen to our future superstar, what he gonna say? You don't think I'm not gonna sit there and ride what he's saying? Absolutely. I believe everything he's saying. I believe he gonna want to bring it to every superstar he play against. He gonna bring it to them.
Right.
They better be ready. And I want to see them play angry. That's what I want to see them do. I want to see them play angry, get up in dude's face. I want to see a different type of Knicks team. I want them to be physical and not back down and get up in their face and let them know we here.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We here to play. We ain't playing with y'all this year. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be an easy walk coming in the guard. Think you're gonna walk over us. You know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to hear that.
And that's all. Tim. That's all they got to do. Is protect the home court. If Knicks go 30-12 at the Garden, if the Knicks lock down and hold down Madison Square Garden, just think about it. You can literally have a. Let's say if you win 25 games at the Garden, 25-15, or you win 30. If the Knicks hold down home court, they win in 45 games.
And go 500 against everybody else. We 40-something wins easy. I was saying that too. Easily, if we can hold down home court advantage, if we could get up, like you said, somewhere around 30 wins this year, if we could really, hunker down at home and win some of the bigger games at home and stuff like that, win the 30 games or so at home, we are a better team, man. We could go 30 games at home and we could go 500 for the next 42 games. That'll bring us into the 42 to 45 wins, right where we at. And I believe the Knicks could do that. I'm optimistic. I am a Knicks fan, you know what I mean? And I'm not gonna go homerish this year so much, but I believe to seeing these guys coming back into shape, to see the way these guys played these last two games, and see how they were effortless. They scored, and I haven't seen the Knicks score 130-something points. I don't even remember the last time 130-something points, even though, and it is the preseason. But the team is they're a better fit with each other this year. And I believe Brunson is going to help that out even more so. The more we play, the better I think we're going to get. And the one big thing that I'm waiting to see, I'm going to keep saying this until it start happening. Watch what Brunson does with Mitchell Robinson. Watch what he brings to Mitchell Robinson game. Mitchell Robinson could score 2 points, 2 baskets a quarter. That's 16 points a night. And I believe Mitchell Robinson do that easy. And that's just talking about Brunson. I'm not even talking about the way RJ loves to hook up Mitchell Robinson. I'm not even going to talk about how Julius Randle is starting to look for Mitchell Robinson this year. I'm not going to talk about I'm not even going to talk about how Evan Fournier really likes to pass the ball to Mitchell Robinson this year. So it's some things that this team already has, that they already know where their guys are. And I think that's going to make them a better team already out the gate.
Okay.
Divine, can I just address one person real quick? Kevin Middleton, let me explain something to you, fam. Okay? Let's keep it real. Yeah, we know we love RJ and Donovan Mitchell is better, but we don't got him. He not on this team. Period. I know you wish he was on this team, but he's not on this team. Are you a Knicks fan still? Or you want to jump on Cleveland bandwagon? I'm confused, fam. Just be careful when we type in these chats. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, to me, I'm thinking that you want Donovan Mitchell. I think you need to go on over there to Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? But RJ's here. Yeah, we love him. You know what I'm saying? But you're supposed to be really supporting your man. Yeah, Donovan Mitchell got more experience than RJ. Absolutely. But you don't think RJ's capable of taking this game to the next level? I'm confused. You need to answer that in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it 100. This is Knicks Real Talk. You know what I'm saying? We're going to keep it 100.
You know? Yeah, real quick. Let me chime in on something. Because he's 100% right in this sense, man. We know this player is better than RJ. We know players is better than RJ, but that don't mean RJ is a scrub. RJ Barrett 14, 17, 20 every year he been in the league. He got better. He might not be flashy, sexy. I get LaMelo Ball is flashy. He can shoot the 3 ball. LaMelo Ball can't do something RJ can do. When the LaMelo Ball is in the half court, his game is different. RJ can really play up and down the court and in the inside. He's a better rebounder. You know what I mean? He scored just as many points as LaMelo Ball do. So LaMelo Ball might be a talented dude. And RJ might don't have that superior talent, but don't mean all his game. His game, he affects the team better than RJ do. See, and that's what we got. It's about the team. You know, it ain't about how flashy, how sexy you is, how high you can jump. What do you affect the win column? And ever since RJ been in the league, his first year, his second year in the league, he took a team to 41 win season. I mean, the cat put the numbers up. You know what I mean? The numbers don't lie. So, you know, I don't care how good a cat is talent. If he ain't helping the team win, then the talent don't mean nothing. I don't care how talented a person is. If that guy don't affect the win column, then that's irrelevant. Is irrelevant. You know what I mean? And we got a lot of guys in the league out there like that. And I really want to touch on Nick GM. Nick GM, I did not say that the Orlando Magic wasn't a good team. I did not say they was deep. So I wasn't bugging. I didn't say that. What I said was I think because of the Knicks' experience, their experience beats that team. We know Mo Bamba good. We know Cole Anthony can get down, but we know that. But that don't mean that team gonna beat the Knicks. If they're young, they up and coming. But that team right there is one of them cats on that team can handle Julius Randle. None of them. You know what I mean? None of them can handle RJ Barrett when they got to play defense. You talking about a bunch of young guys up and coming, other than Jonathan Isaac, my man. I wish the Knicks had him, but I still don't think they're in the Knicks stratosphere. They're young. They're real young. That'd be like playing Grind, McBride, Deuce Quickly, Obi, all of that's what you talking about right there. You know what I mean, Shaw? You're talking about a team like Orlando was like having a Grimes, Quickly, McBride, all the young cats the Knicks got go up against the veteran the Knicks got. That wouldn't happen. You can't beat them. So I just wanted to say that. But we got a good team. We're gonna go and see how it go when the ball throughout this year. I'm happy about the Knicks, man. I ain't got no problem with our team. But also when you talk about basketball, just don't talk. You got to cover all the variables, Shop Howard. You can't just say because this cat is this, that team. No, you got to cover all the variables, everything. How do we rebound? How do we play defense? Which is one-on-one numbers? How does the team play overall? What's the team's defense overall? You know what I mean? How do these teams collectively come together and beat teams? So I think the Knicks right now they beat a lot of good teams last year, and that team wasn't really playing at their best last year. You know what I mean? So it remains to be seen. But make no mistake, them cats ain't better than the Knicks. If you think Orlando Magic better than Knicks, you got something wrong with y'all.
I just want to see the season play out, and see how the team how we really match up with other teams and stuff like that. Because as other teams have deep benches and good starters and stuff like that, I mean, I don't take nothing away from these New York Knicks right here. I believe we are a better team than we were last year. I believe that any team that we play is going to be a fight every night when the New York Knicks take the court. So, I mean, I just believe that, and I'm, not talking as a fan, I'm talking, maybe analytically. You know what I mean? I believe the team is put together this year. The thing that I believe that is going to help us out is what I believe is going to help us out is that the team will be better, and we are going to start games a little quicker. If we can get a couple of wins in the beginning of the season, to get us, stay over 500, I think we can go into the latter part of the year and maybe can lose one or two games but bounce back. I think we have a closer this year, what we didn't have last year in Jalen Brunson. I think RJ is going to step up this year. The one big thing for me, and we have about four or five players that we always talk about. If 2 or 3 of these players really pop off this year, we have a different team than we had last year.
Yeah, I'm gonna say your mic shots. There's something wrong.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey Tim and Shop Holler. Like I said, you gotta think about it. You can't compare the Knicks to the lower echelon team. You got to put the Knicks in the competitive league with the Chicago Bulls.
That's a fact.
Yeah, you can't put them down there with the Detroit Pistons and the Orlando Magic and the Indiana Pacers. You got to put the Knicks team competing with guys like the guy that's in that 5 to 6, 7 spot. You can't compare the Knicks to a team down there that's 11, 12. Their team is better than that. You know what I mean? I just think they're better than that. If you want to say the Knicks have a problem against Chicago, that's a different story. Cleveland, that's a different story. But when you start talking about the Knicks like down there with the Orlando Magic in the other world, I think that's blasphemy right there.
I don't understand these bipolar Knicks fans. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, the season ain't even get started yet. You don't know what this team gonna be. We don't know. They could be first place. We don't know nothing. And the first game of the season ain't even start yet. And we sitting there with this, we gonna be this. How you know who we gonna be? We don't know nothing. We can assume. That's what we doing. This is why we talking. We don't know. We don't know what type of team this team gonna be. We have no idea yet. For people to sit there and be saying, giving their own opinion, saying they're gonna be this, they're gonna be that. Okay, we don't know that. Our big test is gonna be when we beat Memphis. How about that? When we beat Ja Morant and them. That's gonna be the big test. Then what we gonna say then? Oh, the Knicks still gonna be a team. I don't know yet. I'm still not sure. Okay, keep telling yourself that then. You know what I'm saying? Because real diehard Knicks fans, I'm from New York City. You know what I'm saying?
Word
So I
up.
understand the passion that come behind this Knicks fan base and all that. That's a fact. This team is going to be a tough team, blue collar team that's not going to stand for no nonsense this year. I believe that because that's how Tom Thibodeau got them working in practice. Team defense, team chemistry is going to equal wins.
Yep, real talk. Yeah, man. Hey, listen, I'm not even questioning y'all, the guys over here in the chat that believe in these young teams. Because I believe Detroit going to be nasty. I believe Orlando going to be a very,
We ain't down them.
they're going to be a very good young team. I'm nobody taking nothing away from them. It's not about that. I just think that it's all about the maturation. You know what I mean? No team just jumps up and beats that good. Everybody goes through the process. You know what I mean? Here, hypothetically, look at my Mets this year. The Mets haven't been in the playoffs in a while, right? They get to the playoffs, they lose. That's fine. That's the maturation. So next year, the Mets come back, they probably be better. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That's what sports is about. It's about the Knicks team last year. You know, they had a little up and down, but this year they come back and they get better. That's what teams do. That's what sports is about. Everybody getting better. So you got to get the Knicks the same kudos as you giving everybody else. You know what I mean? I think the Knicks had a great off season. I think that team is solid. You know, like I said, we don't have KD. We might don't have all the guys, but we got a solid team, bro. That's a solid squad down there. And like I said, it don't matter till the ball gets thrown up in the regular season. But I think if the New York Knicks come back with Tom Thibodeau defense alone, just play defense the way they normally play defense, just the defense alone, and you let Jalen Brunson and them guys do what they do, you cannot tell me just from this grand scheme of the things in the NBA that Knicks is not a 40-something win team. If the Knicks can win 40-something games off a Tom Thibodeau defense if they play it.
Alone. That's what I said. If they buy in and lock in on the defensive end, it's going to equal wins.
Right.
Especially playing team defense. Team defense. Everybody playing for one another. You know what I'm saying? Talking out there on the court. That's what it's about.
Yeah.
That's what they did. That's what they did when they won 45 games. I don't care if it was a lockout season. I don't care about that. There was no fans in the arena. They still threw the ball up, and they still ran up and down the court, sweating, blood, sweat, and tears. And somebody had to win that game. Let's keep it 100. This is Knicks real. This is real talk. We talking here. No capping. What we talking about is real. I'm starting to believe some of these Knicks fans they spoil you. They want a superstar so bad. When we got we got an up and coming superstar right before our eyes. Couple of superstars. We don't know what this season going to look like. We don't know who's going to blossom into a star. You don't know. And, everybody going off of their emotions right now. That's the problem.
Right. Let me real quick to make me to cut you off, and we're gonna get out of here because the game gonna start pretty soon. Just let me say this, Knicks fan, man. Some think they're gonna be a star. That's fine. Everybody got a right to their opinion. You know, I'm not saying I'm right about it. I'm just going off what I believe, and it ain't about being no homer. So Sherman, you need to kill that noise. It's not about being a homer. I deal with the reality of what I see on the court. What I see the Knicks do, I don't deal with homerism when it comes to what I think was right and what's wrong and what the numbers say. Here's what everybody in the chat and everybody out there watching. Remember, there's one thing you can always realize: the numbers don't lie. They don't lie. That's one thing you can take to the bank. The numbers don't lie. And that's real talk. The numbers don't lie. So you can get your feelings and emotions involved with everything. I don't. I try to deal with the numbers. And I try to deal with what's in front of me and what's right. I don't get caught up in all that because I don't like this guy. He's not good. I'm not in all the feelings and emotions. Did the Knicks win tonight or did they lose? Did they put up a good fight or did they didn't put up a good fight?
Did the team.
Right. Did the team. Right. It ain't about one individual. It's just not about,
Right.
It's a team thing. And that's what I do. I let the numbers talk.
They want the superstar to come and be the savior, and be the one person that we talk about. You know what I'm saying? Instead of the team. The one superstar is not the whole team. Don't let that go over your head. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He can't win the whole game by himself. Remember, he still needs a team to back him. Let's keep it 100. This is real talk we talking about. It's not no BS, man. These bipolar Knicks fans need to go ahead, man. Everybody, we're going to agree to disagree. Your opinion and how you feel is how you feel. How I feel, how we feel. Us men up here on this panel talking this Knicks talk. This is how we feel. Period. We're going to agree to disagree. We don't know the Knicks. It's 0-0 right now. The first game ain't even start yet. Let's talk about it the first 10 games. After the first 10 games, then we could go back and evaluate this team.
Facts.
Until then, be quiet, don't say nothing, and root for your team.
Yeah. Hey, listen, this is definitely not the confrontation panel. We ain't doing
that.
Yeah, we not confrontating with nobody. Y'all know how Knicks real talk is, man. Some nights we get amped up, some nights we whatever. It's all love up in here. We ain't agreeing to disagree with nobody for because we don't like you. Y'all know Knicks real talk.
We got love for y'all, man. But
when we deal with this Knick content. And we got some real wise, intelligent people. I mean, these guys in the chat is super intelligent. You know what I mean? But we also understand. So it's going to be that. But what you can't do though is just don't throw the. I'm not saying nobody throwing hyperbole, but sometimes people say things that just really that's not reality. Deal with the reality of the situation and deal with the real. And then like I said, if you think the Knicks suck, that's fine. You have a right to think. Nobody tripping. You know what I mean?
That's your opinion.
Yeah, you got a right to think they suck. You got a right to think they suck. Ain't nobody taking that from you. But we're also at the same time, when we spit what we spit and we say what we say, and we just going off of what we see, what we think, we try and deal with the facts, not the fiction of it, the numbers and all that stuff. It is what it is. I believe the Knicks are the 45-win team because I'm looking at everything that's involved with it. While I think they 45-win team. If they don't win 45 wins, I eat my Kroger sweet baby Ray's at the end of the season.
We all do. It is what it is.
But other than that though, I'm good with the New York Knicks this year. Like I said, I'm happy with where we at as a team. Shaw Powell, I think this team is good. If they win 39 games, something in the season might have caused them to go wrong to win 39 games. Somebody could have got injured. Last year we could have won 50, but know what? We got injured like crazy last year. So them things happen. You know what I mean? The Brooklyn Nets could have swept everybody. Joe Harris and all will play. That happens. It happens, but from my perspective, from a basketball perspective, and I break down everything that happened to this team last year, there's no reason why this team can't do what they did last year and better because that's what happened last year. The injuries, especially the injuries, the certain thing they shouldn't have shot 61% from the charity stripe as a team, stuff like that. If you think that Knicks going to shoot 61% from the charity stripe this year, then okay, you can say they're only going to win 39 games. If you think the Knicks going to shoot 40% from the floor this year and think they're only going to win, okay, you can say they won 39 games. But if the Knicks don't do that and they pick up the pace with a better point guard, with a deeper team, with a stronger bench, because we didn't have Nerlens Noel, we didn't have all these guys, Kemba Walker and Derrick Rose. You talking about a massive part of your team that you took out a chunk of your team that would have made you way better. So if the Knicks come back this year and don't have them problems, you book 45 over here because it's just the way the numbers will fall. If Derrick Rose stay here and only give you 7 minutes a game or 10 minutes a game, but he still give you production in the plus side, not the minus. If the Knicks get in the minus in the plus, I think they just good.
That's a good look for us. That's a good look for our team. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, like I said, it's 0-0. This is just preseason. The season ain't even start yet. Once again, you don't know what this team record gonna be. Let's keep it real. We don't know nothing. We don't know. Tom Thibodeau is our coach, and we got to trust what he's doing in the process.
Facts.
That's his coaching technique this year.
Facts.
We got to trust and believe in what he's going to do is going to help us go to the next level. He's our coach. You know what I'm saying? If he don't execute and get it right, he's out of here. It's up to him now. He got to put this team in place to succeed now. He got to do it. It's up to him now, him and his coaching staff. Yep. They got to go to the drawing board and put plays in together where we could come together and steal these wins against the good teams, the teams that people say we can't beat. Yeah, he got to go back to the coach of the year. He was just coach of the year before last, wasn't he? When he won 45 games? Okay,
41.
So he needs to step his game up and take us to that level again. You know what I'm saying? I believe in that. Until he out of here, that's my coach, and I'm going to trust what he's going to do this year is take us to another level and make all up the players that we got, because we ain't got the superstar that most of these Knicks fans is crying about. We ain't got them.
Real talk. Hey, let's let Shaw Powell get in. Tim.
Yeah, Shaw.
No, no,
No.
and ain't nothing. I feel you about. I already feel you. I know where you coming because that's the way I mean, I feel like that too, man. I gotta see them get out here, see them get on the team and get on the floor and see what they're gonna do. Salute to D's World of Hoops. Salute to Louis Luck. Salute to Eddie Alvarez. To Pudge Nice. Listen, I'm like I said, I'm just staying optimistic. I'm hoping for these things to turn around. I'm hoping to see RJ Barrett break out this year. I'm hoping to see Grimes get out there and break out this year. I'm hoping to see Ahad be a defensive stopper this year. I'm hoping to see a lot of these things happen. And in these first two preseason games, if anything, if it transitions anyway, the way that they played these last two games, I believe that we're going to have a pretty decent season this year. And I'll say it and I'll say it again. I believe that they're going to at least get 5 more wins than they had last year. So salute Canal. So that's where I'm going. I think the on the low end 42 wins. I think on the high end, if we start running pace, we continue doing the things we have, we stay a little bit more healthy this year. I believe we could get closer to 47 wins this year.
Yeah, real talk. Well, listen, man. Yo, great show, great energy. You know, it's all love up in here. Y'all know that, man. So
love.
it's nothing but love. You know, we're some energized people up in here. You know what I mean? We love we passionate about our team, and you know, listen, ain't nobody throw darts up in here, man. This ain't the stream forward, man. You know what? We got love up in here. Everybody thought matters, especially the chat. Y'all know what the chat is about. And without the chat, it ain't even no Knicks real talk. And that's real
That
talk.
is where it's at.
Without the chat, we don't even get down on this. We'll talk about the chat, but that's just a visible panel right there. You know, so everybody, like I said, man, let's stay humble, man, and keep the positivity on the show like we always do. That's what we are here, man. You know, it's not about being a homer. We just positive, brother. We believe in some better things than the worst things that happen. You know, you think worst things gonna happen, or you believe good things gonna happen. I'm just happy when God in life I got to where I'm at, believing that good things happen. You know, but I also deal with the numbers, so I do think the Knicks good things gonna happen for the team this year. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And if you think they stink, so be it. Whatever. You know, but I do think that this team is gonna be good. It's because I believe we won't do what we did last year. We won't be last in pace like last year. We won't 61% from the free throw like last year. We won't be low in all these numbers like last year just because this team's constructed better. They got a real true person at the point guard who they're not iffy about. You know, and a lot of them coming in healthy. Mitchell Robinson coming in healthy, not like last year. It's a lot of things that's in a positive for the Knicks so far coming into the season compared to last year. You know what I mean? We came into the season last year with an iffy Mitchell Robinson injured, no Nerves Noel, Kemba Walker getting taken out of the rotation. It's just so many things. Evan Fournier we were about to run him out of New York in the first half of the season last year. a lot of things did not go well in New York last year. And I mean, that's no different than the Los Angeles Lakers. And I'm gonna put that out there. Here's why: they had LeBron, Russell Westbrook, AD, and they didn't make the play. We had a better record today. You know why? Because things went wrong. The injuries. You think LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and them wouldn't have went to the playoffs if they was healthy? Kendrick Nunn, LeBron alone, it was a healthy player, but they got to the playoffs. But sometime in the course of the season, things happen. They really do. Last year was one of them years for us. We lost some key pieces to our team. Think about everybody we signed last year. We signed Nerlens Noel back. He didn't play. We signed Kemba Walker to New York last year. He didn't play. You know what I mean? So all these guys that we signed to be veterans last year, they didn't pan out, and we had to take an L. But I don't think you're going to see that this year. I think the Knicks is a much better team. So listen, man, salute to the chat. That's where it's at. That's just divine, man. Bringing some feelings and emotions here, but I don't like to do a lot, you know. But at the same time, we got to do what we got to do, man. So salute to everybody in the chat. That's where it's at. Go get that Knicks game popping. I think the Knicks come out tonight, Shaw Powers. I'm going to go 120 to 101. 120, 101. Knicks get it popping tonight.
I'm right along with you, man. If we get it to the fast start like we did, everybody forgets we scored like 46 points in the second quarter last game we played against them. I think it's going to be I think we're going to do some of the similar things. I think it's going to be somewhere around 118 to 121, and I think they're going to be a little bit more aggressive this year, this game. So I think it'll be more like a 114 to like 121.
Yeah, real talk. What about you, Tim? What you got? What you think about the game tonight?
I see us winning 118 to 92.
Ooh.
I hope that defense.
Ooh.
I love to hold them under 98 the last game.
The defense, that's what I'm saying. I want to see the defense take it to. We know the offense going to click. I want to see them on defense. You know what I'm saying? Because that's why I said defense win championship. You know, what make us a championship team. We lock and play team defense.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to see. That's what I'm mainly focused on, the defense. How they play together as a team on the defensive end. Because they know how exciting they can get on the offense, you know, when they get going offensively. So that's why I got that. 118 to 92.
Hey, Facebook, he got 127.98. He looking to go and handle them cats. I love
defense, baby.
I love it. Preseason vlog like that be pretty interesting, man. But listen, man, salute to the chat and everybody. Thank y'all for coming in.
Salute to the chat, man. Salute to y'all.
And we'll see y'all. Shop Power. Holla at me, brother.
Salute to Tim for coming in. Thank you very much for coming in here with your intellect. You already know. Divine, you already know what it is, my man. I love you from the heart. You know what I mean? And salute to the chat. That's where it's at. Run amok with them thumbs up, man. Hit them thumb buttons, man. We need everything we can. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. You know what I mean? We're getting close. We're getting up there. We're close to 1,000. Help us out. And come back and see us tomorrow on the post game.
Post game, real talk. Yeah, man. Listen, Met got 97. You think it'll be that close, Met Knicks fan for life? Woo! That's gonna be. I hope the Knicks give them the business tonight. That's Eddie. That's a good score there. That's
109.98.
That's a good score right there.
That's a good score.
Yeah, and I know what I said, and I agree with him because even Jarvis scored. I said Nick beat him by 20 in the Garden. At least got to beat him by 10 in Indiana. So I like they scored. But I was like, right now I'm on so I said 120. So, but we'll see how it go, man. But yo, salute to the chat, man. That's where it's at. Y'all enjoy the game. Knicks Real Talk post game tomorrow night. Y'all come in and get a pop with us, man. Make sure y'all run them up with the thumbs up. Tell a friend. We passionate brothers and sisters up in the place. You know how we get down. And Tim, thank you for coming in, my brother. I'll see you next time.
On your platform, Kings, both of y'all. I appreciate you guys. Y'all guys are
ready.
Know that.
No, listen, man. Let's go Knicks, man. Let's go get it. We out here.
Go Knicks.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
Peace.
Time for Divine Shot, KJ events. This real talks the brand. You understand how we do, my man. I'm on that Friday night Nick shit, dripping in Nick shit. Up in the world most famous arena with a click. That's a conglomerate. Knicks Real Talk, the real prominent. I'm a bit like the Omicron variants, I'm dominant. Paying homage to the cat in the chat. That's where it's at. Cause I'm hearing that. You don't care for hyperbole, we straight fact. We interact with the mob, the gods. Up in the pod, the squad, the side. My entourage, be on the job, my energy. Feeling tripping in 10 books. As they cook my game plan, and my brand for loot and pursuit. Going hard like the New York City gritty committee. Cause that's the things we know is pretty, but we all stay giddy. But we embrace the fan base like the late Anthony Mace. We break the logo when there's space that appear like Squarespace. Staring down on the Chase Bridge, looking at Knicks City drip. And City Dexter's on the court, looking pretty legit. I stay true to the orange and blue. I thought you knew for him a few bars to shine like Star Divine on Mount Mars. Knicks Real Talk. Here we go, let's go.
Knicks Real Talk right here. I'm representing
Knicks Real Talk.
right here.
Here we go, let's go.
We here in the building.
Knicks Real Talk.
Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
Yes, sir.
Knicks Real Talk.
We here.
Here we go, let's go.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah, for real. Yes, sir.
Let's get it.